Hello, and welcome to my Unreal Engine 4 Space Invaders development series. In this episode, we're going to be making a start by setting up the canvas in which the game will be played on, and by that I mean setting up the camera to look at a blank screen where the actors will appear, and also setting up the walls. So, first things first, if you've used Unreal Engine 4 before, this will be pretty trivial to you, but I'm going to assume that you've already got the engine installed. So what we need to be doing is just launching Unreal Engine 4. If you don't have the same version as me, that's fine. As long as it starts in a 4, we're golden. Especially if these numbers, the version you're using is after mine, that's probably even better. All of the programming we're going to be doing will probably be the same for each versions, or at least 99.9% the same. So we're going to launch. And as you can see, I have other projects as well as Space Invader ones where I've just been trying to sort out the nooks and crannies of this project. But what we're going to do is start a new project. So we're going to click that, get a blank template. We're going to make sure that it's in Blueprint, the graphical scripting, instead of C++. All of this doesn't matter. I might use starter content later, so you should probably keep that. And we're going to just name it Space Invaders. Hopefully I haven't named a different project that. You can name it whatever you want, honestly, it doesn't change much. So now we're in the engine, what we're going to be wanting to do is create a new level so that we don't have any of this, don't have a sky sphere or anything, we've just got complete darkness, completely blank canvas to work on. So what we're going to do is go down here to add new, click level. I guess we could keep it as new world, doesn't really matter to me. So click that, save that if you want, and then here we are, in a completely blank void. So first thing we're going to do is just put a cube down. We're going to be wanting to scale it to about 50 by 50. This is more than enough space, by the way, but it's nice to have, you know, enough space to work on, but we won't be needing all of it. Keep the Z to 1 because we don't need anything in that direction. So we're going to be wanting to see where we're working on, obviously. So what we're going to need to be doing is getting a directional light, lighting it up. There. Now it looks nice. Then we're going to need to get a camera, stick that on. And what we want our camera to be doing is looking down at our surface. So we'll need to rotate that 90 degrees. And then, as you can see, what the camera is looking at is our canvas. Now, that's not all we need to do, because if we press play, the game's not going to look through where the camera's looking. It's currently not assigned to any camera, so this is just me moving around. We can fix that. So what we need to do is go into the level blueprint, and in the event graph, we need to find event begin play. Here it is. And we need to connect it up with set view target with blend. Now, if it's not there, what we can do is go into our window, palette, and then we can find it in there, and more often than not, we will find it. It's right there. So we can drag it into our event graph, link it up with event begin play. Our target will want to be going get player controller. Link that up with target. Probably move that out of the way. It's going to be annoying. And then we're going to want to go back into... No, it's set up like this. You've got to minimize it. Click that so that it's highlighted. Then go back into our blueprints. Then once you right click, it will say create a reference to camera actor. So now we can link that up, compile, and then when we press play now, that's what we'll see. Exactly what the camera's looking at. Now all we need to do from here is create some actors. And what these are going to be are our walls. So blueprint graph actor. And then we're going to rename this one to left wall. And actually, we can do it easier by just making a cube, stretching that out to make it wall shaped. Put in a collision box because we are going to need one of those later. Have that stretch out. Doesn't really matter how far, as long as it's more than the distance of the wall. Compile that. And then go back. Now we just duplicate this. Rename this to right wall. And then we drag these in. Definitely going to have to rotate them. And another thing is, these are going to match the canvas. So what we're going to be wanting to do is make a new material. Wall material. That'll do. And make a colour for the wall. This will just be a simple colour. We're going to use constant 3 vector. And this will allow us to just pick a colour from the colour wheel. We could go... let's do blue. Yeah. Or purplish. Yeah, purple. Why not? And that will be our wall material. We just need to apply that. Save it. Although it might auto-save. Yeah, it's looking good. So now we're just going to be wanting to go into our left wall blueprint, get the cube, materials, wall material. There. Now it's purple. Pile that. Because we didn't do this before we got to our right wall, we're going to have to do it in that one as well. That's fine. Cube, material, oh, what do you? Wall material. There we are. And now all we need to do is rotate them both 90 degrees. Now just by where the camera is, let's see. Right. Yeah, this is something we can sort out later. So now we've got our walls. And that's fine. Move the camera in to match our walls. Now we'll just want a base. But that doesn't need to be a blueprint. So we'll just get some more basic cubes. Drag that out. Stretch that. So it's the floor. Just move this one inwards. We can line it up later. It's fine. And then we can give this wall also the wall material. So it's all going to be purple. And then a handy little trick is if you hold Alt and then drag, it will double it. And then what we have is well, it's almost there. We can just fix that. What we have is our basic shape. All of our aliens, our shooter ship will go into this space. So, if you're ready, click on the next video and we'll sort out making the ship itself.